Welcome to EXI Flow Measurement's first video in a series about the SFC3000 supervisory flow computer. In this first video we're going to show you the classic what's in the box of what you would receive without going into too much detail about the options and functions. Carefully cut the tape as some items are just under the lid flaps of the box. The first items will be a jiffy bag and two pieces of paperwork. The SFC3000 is delivered with 2 or 3 different types of connectors. The main 24-volt input connector is a 3-way screw clamp with a suitable wire side of 0.2 to 1.5 mm squared without ferrules. The 24-volt auxiliary output connector is a 6-way spring clamp style connector with a suitable wire size of 0.2 to 1 mm squared without ferrules. Both are supplied with every flow computer. Each of the optional I/O boards come with either a 36-way spring clamp style connector or a pre-made cable depending on what was ordered. The 36-way connector has a suitable wire size of 0.2 to 1 mm square without ferrules. The cable options will be discussed in a later video. Other items in the jiffy bag are a USB cable, front panel USB dust cover, 4 M2.5x10 cap head screws for 19-inch rack mounting, and a USB memory stick containing manuals and Windows configuration software installer version specific to the firmware of the unit supplied. The SFC3000 is protected during transit by cardboard inserts. On the front of the unit we can see the touchscreen LCD, power, alarm, fault and limit LEDs, rotary control with push button and USB configuration port. On the rear of the unit we have a 4mm earth stud, power supply connectors and external fuse, option boards, SD card slot and mode switches. The SFC3000 is delivered with option boards and backup battery installed. The backup battery is isolated using an insulation tab to prevent the battery discharging during transportation and storage. During installation to a cabinet or commissioning, the rear panel will need to be removed to remove the insulating tab from the auxiliary board for the backup battery to work. Before removing the rear panel, care needs to be taken to protect the rotary control, as excess force will damage the push button. A piece of foam or even edge of the bench will be sufficient. While the rear panel is off, let us show you the internal fuse, links and remove the battery tab. If the unit is unpowered for any length of time, the battery should be removed or insulated to prevent unnecessary discharge. Option boards will be explained in a later video. When replacing the rear panel, be careful to ensure all the connectors are located correctly in each cutout before replacing screws. If we power the unit and look at the system info page, we can compare the 2 pieces of paper removed from the box earlier. The first of the 2 pieces of paper is the certificate of quality that travels through production with the flow computer. The other is a printout from the production database and is a record how the unit was configured in terms of hardware and firmware at time of shipping. Unless requested at time of ordering, all flow computers are supplied with a default configuration that enables production to do final tests and calibration. During commissioning, a new configuration should be started using the edit offline mode in the Windows software. In later videos we will show you how to install and use the configuration software supplied on the USB memory stick. Also, the latest version is downloadable via the contact page of our website.